Well, hello everybody. This is Patty Lindgren. I am a co-founding community healing facilitator with the Community Healing Initiative in Saskatoon. And this morning I'm really happy to be with Danae Nguyen of, Rediscover Yourself. Sorry about that, Danae. I
That's
put your
okay.
name and your company in two different spots on my paper.
Okay.
And Danae, so welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. Hi, everyone.
So Danae is a Reiki and Yoga-Nidra practitioner, and she's got a night of Reiki and Yoga-Nidra coming up on March 3rd in Saskatoon.
Hmm.
So we're going to take a few minutes to receive the blessings of Dana telling us about the art of healing as she is undertaking it, and about this night.
Yeah.
So Danae, can you start with just telling us a bit about Reiki?
Yeah, for sure. So Reiki is a healing modality that started in Japan or was founded in Japan and is loosely translated as universal life force energy. And so what Reiki does is it accesses this energy. I kind of see it as unconditional love or energy that promotes healing and health and life within the body. And so what happens is this energy comes into the Reiki practitioner through their teacher. And once they have been attuned with this energy, they can access it and put it on themselves or access it and apply it for other people or the earth or plants or really anything, or water, for example. And so it provides a really beautiful type of healing that is non-invasive. We always ask if we can apply the energy before doing so. And it's also just a wonderful way to relax, to find healing, and to do so without needing to necessarily cognitively think about it, but to be able to receive it in your body. It's been known to reduce healing times within patients as well, and helps with sleep and insomnia and anxiety as well. So yeah, those are just some of the things about Reiki.
Sounds great. I have some personal experience with it too, so
Wonderful.
I understand what you're saying. It's to me, it kind of feels like your spirit's getting a bath.
Yeah, that's a great way to say it. Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, and now how about Yoga Nidra? What's Yoga Nidra?
Yeah, so Yoga Nidra is a yoga practice in which you're actually lying down in a Shavasana pose for the duration of the, excuse me, for the duration of the practice. And so what Yoga Nidra does is it allows you to access yourself in an unconscious way, and yet also in a really deeply relaxed way. And so you're guided through this whole practice. And what it can be loosely translated as is um, it's like it's like deep sleep, but in a conscious state. And so your body is completely asleep, and yet your mind is aware. And so as you're guided through this deep relaxation, you can access subtle aspects of your body. And one way of doing so is by creating what we call the sankalpa. And a sankalpa is a positive, life-affirming statement that allows you to embody that which you already are, and yet want to foster a bit more in your life. So just as a seed has the potential to be a tree, we have the potential to be so compassionate. We have the potential to be loving towards ourselves. We also have the potential to be peaceful. And so when we say a sankalpa, like, I will be accepting of myself exactly as I am, or I am at peace. And these things, when they're infused in this relaxed state, allow our body to absorb this information and absorb this wisdom in a way that that can again, although it goes into the mind, it kind of bypasses the logical thinking of it. And so instead of thinking, oh no, I can't be peaceful, you think, you're just like, oh, I'm embodying that peace already. And so it starts from your heart outwards. Yeah, so it's very profound. I found it amazing in my life to reduce kind of triggers that come up and lots of other things. And again, it provides quite a bit of rest as well. Half an hour of it can be equivalent to what 3 to 4 hours of sleep can provide in terms of rest. So yeah, it's pretty powerful that way too.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
That is amazing. And very needed right now. It's hard to get a good rest in this kind of environment with our lives at the pace they are, and all of the electronic interference with our body's nervous system and our equilibrium. Wow. Sounded a little bit, when you first started, it sounded a bit like lucid dreaming.
Yeah, it sounds kind of similar to it. And the beauty of it is that it's guided in a way to help you kind of go into yourself into a deeper way, where with kind of that intention of reducing triggers, or they call them samskaras. So they kind of call them like scars that come up and affect your life, maybe in ways that you don't even realize. But, you know, when you're, for example, if someone slammed a door, your mother slammed a door in your face when you were a kid, and that was really triggering towards you, there's usually a visualization process in the Yoga-Nidra session. And so if you would, for example, hear a visualization of a mother slamming a door or someone slamming a door, instead of you having that gut like anxious reaction to it because you're so relaxed, you actually have this relaxed kind of response to it. And so it takes away that oomph that kind of trigger has. And so I find that that's really beautiful. Lucid dreaming is, I don't know exactly how I could describe both of them, but I know that Yoga-Nidra has that kind of specific intention in mind. So,
I could feel that as you were saying it, being able to experience something that revives that charge, that traumatic charge in us. And just to be able to see it as an observer outside of us.
Yeah, exactly.
And not have us activate our nervous system back to that old stress place, right?
Yeah.
Like
retraining the whole body. Yeah.
Oh, well. It sounds great. I can't, I know quite a bit about Reiki, as I said, but until I met you, I'd never heard of Yoga-Nidra and didn't know anything about it. And just listening to you talk about it is medicine to me.
Wonderful.
And I know you, and I see how you embody peace and giggling, or I'm getting to know you, I guess is a better way to say it. But yeah, you definitely seem to be one who practices what you're so supposedly preaching. So how will the night unfold?
So the intention for the evening is that it'll be on March 3rd, which is a Saturday, and it'll be in the evening from 7 till 9 p.m. So if you want to come a bit earlier, that's a great option, just so that you kind of get your bearings and can meet the Reiki practitioner that you're going to be enjoying that first half of the evening with. And so the first half will be Reiki, and so it'll be one Reiki practitioner, certified Reiki practitioner, per participant in the evening. And so we'll have the one-on-one Reiki there, and it can be hands-on or hands-off Reiki. So whatever you feel comfortable with. It also isn't a belief system, and so you don't have to worry about if it is or not, because it works with whatever your belief system is. And so if you feel comfortable with more like hands-off energy work, that's definitely an option as well. And so the first half will be dedicated to the Reiki and that universal life force energy. And then the second half will be dedicated to Yoga-Nidra, in which you'll be lying down once again, and we'll have a bit of a break in between them. So we'll have a bit of tea and water break, and just to go to the washroom and everything like that. And then after that, then we'll have the Yoga-Nidra, which will be really nice to relax into after Reiki as well. You can kind of absorb that that Reiki energy, and also just kind of just completely relax into yourself as well. And so yeah, so that will go back to back, and then after that, then we'll just have a bit of connection time, a bit of debriefing time, and then head on our way and perhaps drift off into a blissful sleep once you get home. Yeah.
Not while you're driving.
Not while you're driving. I'm assuming the cold will wake you up enough that you'll be okay to drive or walk home or whatever it is.
Yes. We could do free face washes with snow outside the venue.
I love it. I love it.
So there's a limited amount of spots, I understand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's going to be about 20 spots for participants, 20 to 25 spots. And then there will be also Reiki practitioners there as well for the Yoga Nidra time. So for the participants, I would recommend pre-registering, just so that we can have in line all of the Reiki practitioners that are needed as well. And yeah, so 20 to 25 spots. The spots are limited. There has been interest already. So I would say to book it as soon as you can. Yeah. The exchange for it is $50 a person. And so I connected with the Reiki practitioners and decided that I wanted to make it a bit more accessible in terms of finances, because most of the time Reiki can be around $80 in exchange for an hour for Reiki. And so the intention with this evening is to connect as community, is also to provide this healing, to provide this wisdom with what both of these modalities are, to get the information about them out, to actually experience what they are about, and yeah, and then to connect people with these modalities who haven't necessarily experienced them before, to try them in a space that is safe and with others, and yet also in your own energy as well. And so yeah, so I'm really excited to offer that, and for the Reiki practitioners to be able to have an exchange for it as well. I feel like that's always important too. And with all this healing and connecting, I was really looking forward to connecting with Chi as well, because because I would love to we're going to donate some of the proceeds of the event to the Community Health Initiative, or to Chi. And so it's just beautiful to be able to connect as community, to support one another, and then also to support the greater community in healing as well. And so, yeah, so thank you so much, Patty, for having me here and being able to connect with Chi, and for you guys to be a part of the evening as well. It's wonderful.
Well, I'm feeling really, really happy about what's transpiring here with your beautiful presence in the group of women who are gathering to gestate for healthy community. And I'm just thinking about all of the Reiki practitioners that are up and coming. And Saskatoon is a hotbed of natural healing power.
Yeah.
It must come right up out of the earth and through us.
Yeah.
And so it'll be great to get Reiki practitioners out there and seen.
Exactly.
Reality out there and seen.
Yeah.
For people who don't know a lot about Reiki, level 1 is something that should probably be in every home for first aid and just keeping things peaceful in the home. Even if you don't need to be a practitioner, you don't need to go through to mastery and practice, but just to have it in your home. So this will be a great introduction for people to get, like, as you say, a felt experience.
Yeah, for sure.
And hopefully help the careers, the livelihoods, the right livelihoods, to use wild terms, of young and old healers coming up.
Yeah.
Forth with a great gift to the world. So speaking of that, on that note, what about for the world? What kind of impact on our community overall and for the world does participating in this kind of healing work do? What do you think, Danae?
Yeah. Well, that's a great question, and I think it'll probably show itself a bit more as it unfolds. But what comes to mind naturally is the event is actually going to be held on Hot Yoga on 20th. So it's kind of near Idlewild and 20th, just upstairs there, and it's pretty easy to find. And so my intention of having it downtown Saskatoon was so that the energy of the Reiki, of that healing life force energy, and of that really going inwards and deep with the Yoga Nidra, was to provide that energy just to emanate throughout all of downtown Saskatoon and potentially beyond as well. And so it's, you know, it's to connect as community, but also to support community in ways that people don't necessarily think about all the time. And so I feel like the Reiki and the Reiki energy, for example, can be amazing for the earth if you intentionally give that healing energy towards the earth. And then also the Yoga Nidra is so helpful because it helps you be more in tune with yourself. And then that connection within yourself that radiates outwards to other people. And that can be an inspiration for other people. And it can also be, as you radiate that self-acceptance and that love and that peace, you encourage that within all of your surroundings. And so that's, I feel like, beneficial for ourselves, for others, for the earth. It's like, do it.
Yeah, I'm feeling the settling. You talk a lot about peace, right? The settling of the heart, the heart, the electricity in the heart. I'm trying to find accessible words for this, you know?
Yes.
So calming the heart and opening the heart and creating that heart resonance, and then allowing you to seat yourself in yourself. And become a frequency that radiates out, rather than one that's constantly being assaulted. And, you know, protecting yourself and vibrating like mad in the heart. So that sense of calm and unity.
And like there's so much that is a bit intense right now in the world, and so it's nice to be able to be in the world and yet not of it. Like that saying really kind of resonates, because it's like, okay, so we are human, we chose to be here, or we are here, however you want to look at it. And so if we're here, how can we be at peace with ourselves, or at one with ourselves, and still care and give and love, and yet also be sustained throughout it all, and to encourage that self-love or self-respect.
Well, thank you so much for what you're doing, and you're a beautiful expression of it yourself. So
thanks for connecting, Patty. Thank you for having me here as well. If you are wanting to register for the evening, you can connect with me on Facebook. The event is called Reiki and Yoga-Nidra Evening. So Reiki is spelled Reiki, and Yoga, Yoga, and then /Nidra evening. And so that's going to be on March 3rd. That's that Saturday from 7 until 9. And you can connect with me there. My name is Danae, so Danae, and the last name is Nguyen, which is Nguyen. So if you want to come, wonderful. That's wonderful. And you can also connect with me through my email as well, if you're not on Facebook, which is Danae at rediscoveryourself.ca. So that's always an option as well.
Excellent. Well, I tried to put up a poster here. I'm not sure how well I did it.
That's looking good though.
I don't want to have to, well, I think I'm going to stop this now. I don't want to have to edit too much afterwards. I'm trying to figure out how to stop my screen share here now. There we go. Okay, not sure how to do that, and I can't.
On the top.
Oh, there we go. Look, okay, here's what I'm going to do. So everybody got to see my messy. Can you see my screen?
No, it's still on sharing screen. I think it's at the top or at the bottom if it says share screen.
There.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
There we go.
Mhm.
I need a producer.
Your daughter, no.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I think we've covered it. Thank you so much for what you're doing, for who you are, for what you're bringing to our world, and for thinking of others and for thinking of the Community Healing Initiative as you spring forward to bring this through on March 3rd, Danae.
Thank you so much for having me, Patty. Means a lot.
All right.
Blessings.
Okay, that's all for now. And everybody out there watching this, you know, if you can, please come, please sign up.
Yeah, I'd
It'll be
love to
good
see
for
that.
all of us.
Mhm.
Okay.